Alright, so this is part 4 of how to make Mint.com useful. In the previous parts you've set up a budget in a spreadsheet, you've put that budget into Mint, and now the reality is you have transactions coming in, so you need to match those up to your budget. So I've faked this account here, and this is your salary from XYZ company, and you'll notice that these are all the categories it automatically assigns. Now, you need to make these categories match your budget so that when you go do reporting it actually makes sense. So if you go up under income, you would change income to salary 1 because this is my payment I get at the end of the month and it's for the first half of May that I'm putting it towards. Macy's, shopping, these numbers are greatly exaggerated just to make a point here. But under the uncategorized, you would see Julie Cash, for example. And then let's just do one more. Up here under mobile phone, we don't have mobile phone, but we do have a bill. I guess I put this in the wrong period, but you'll see what that does anyways. But May 5th, it would be more like, alright, so that's Northwest Natural or something, let's just say. Alright, so now once you've done that, and oh, by the way, I use this sometimes. You can hit edit details and you can click on extra things in here, write notes about what it was, so if you want to go look it up, I do that sometimes. Alright, so now once you have those clicked on, you come in here and you look at for the month of May, and this is really one of the biggest issue that I have with this is that you can't customize these dates. It's either all month or all year or all time, so it doesn't do you a whole lot of good. So as you sort through this, you'll see the budget that you put in there, and you can see ones or twos, and ones are obviously first half of the month, twos are last half of the month. So you can see that on Julie Cash, we went over by $22, and so it turned it red. If you were within, I forget, a couple dollars or right at the number, it turns it yellow, which means don't spend anymore, and then it'll show you green. And then this is the one that I labeled Northwest Natural for $92. Alright, so I wanted to show you an income little hack here that you have to do to make all this work, but I didn't have it set up, so I had to go set it up real fast. Alright, so if you look at this income, and you'll notice most people get paid on the last of the month, right? So what you typically have to do, well, what you always have to do if you're spending, one, if you're getting paid on April 30th and you're basically spending the next first of May's money, you have to go then move this date to May 1st. Now, every other expense you spend after you get paid because you just got your paycheck in the account needs to go to May 1st also, so that you account for it correctly. Now, in this case, because of the way that Mint works, it won't let me go back in time and do a budget, so I will put this as June 1st. And now, when we go into planning for June, it shows you a salary, and it shows you exactly where you're at. Now, I can go in and edit the details if I want to, change the budget. The other thing you can do with this is click right here. You'll notice there's a little search. So it will show you all the transactions. So if all of a sudden you do something where you're like, oh man, how did I overspend on that account? Because usually it's not as simple as this where it's one transaction. It's usually 50 transactions. You can go in here and look at all the transactions and then figure out what you want to do accordingly. Now the benefit of all this is that it's all hooked up. If you use an iPhone app, or I'm not sure what other apps they have, but I know they have an iPhone app, and they will send you alerts to your email, or just an email, but the iPhone app and the email alerts will send you when you get over or close to any specific budget, and you can customize those alerts. So this is really the power where I use this. Now the thing that you have to remember is to really make this effective, you have to diligently go through and categorize every single transaction that comes through. So in order to do that, you just have to be disciplined about it and make sure that you do it.